What's going on today, everybody? How everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day, a wonderful day, a blessed day. You already know what time it is. It's your boy Pico Brown from the One-on-One Talk with your host. It's me, of course, Pico. I'm rocking my Rush shirt tonight because I love Rush. But you already know what time it is. If you haven't had a chance to do it, feel free to go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, One Pico City One-on-One Talk PTSD. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, the little bell, so you guys can be abreast of what's going on. When I download stuff to YouTube, you get the notification that is up there. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. My Instagram is Pico38. Hit that follow button. TikTok is Pico City. Hit the follow button. There you go. So that's out the way. I finally got through that time, so that's good. But like as usual, I always want to thank my my subscribers. I want to thank my listeners. I want to thank the people that be on live that listens afterwards. I want to thank all you guys. It means a lot to me. That goes to show you that sometimes actually people do like the things I say. But I appreciate you guys. I want to thank my star givers. I want to thank my guy, my number ones, Marcus, Angelica, although she's not on here right now. So, but Marcus, I appreciate you, man. Tanisha, Aisha, my number one go-to people. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. And we're gonna jump right into it. Right into it. It's called, the topic today will be called Section 8 and how are people abusing it. Cut the radio down a little bit. And how are people abusing it? Because whether we like it or not, people are abusing Section 8. You know, they having babies that they can't afford. And although you see, hey, let's just be honest, black guys, black men have Section 8 too, but it's not as bad than people moving into your house. I'm not saying that they don't do it, moving into a building and tearing it up. So that's what I mean when I say they're abusing Section 8. They're still on as long as all outdoors, but the thing is this. Word on the street is that they're trying to get rid of Section 8 now. Won't say I told you so because I said, because years ago I've always said one day this is going to come. This is 2023. It might not take effect this year. It might take effect later on this year. But some cities are already doing, well, they always been doing it, but now they're just trying to obsolete it out, period. Because people are taking advantage of it. You know, you have hard-earned working people that move into these beautiful homes and move into these nice buildings, and people take Section 8, and then guess what? Here come another breed of people and women have 4 or 5 kids and they don't want nobody raising their kids. They're not teaching their kids the right way, and they tearing up these people's property. So the landlord said, hey, you know what? Because it takes a lot of money to redo an apartment. We might not know that, but it takes a lot of money to put in walls that these kids put holes in and tore up window panes and window sills and bust windows out and stains all on the carpet, the floor, and hardwood floors got stains on them, and they just tearing up stuff. Is bed bug infested and roach infested and all type of stuff. That stuff costs money for landlords to replace. So they said, you know what? Let's just stop the Section 8 period. And now you might think like, hey, you know what? There might not be any Section 8 anymore. So where's everybody going to go? Landlords are someone like the government in certain cases because governments really don't care. Landlords don't care. But guess what? We can't say that they didn't give certain people chances. We can't say that because people abused it. So now you have to get a job and work. And God forbid the sisters that's got 4 and 5 kids and they was looking for their Section 8 voucher. Now there will come a time where there won't be no Section 8 vouchers. You have to get up and get a job. And to support 4 or 5 kids or 2 or 3 kids, you have to have a great job. You have to go to work and actually work. There's no calling off when you want to go out and have fun. You have to be at work. You have to work. You got to make that dollar to take care of your family. Am I mad at the fact that the landlords don't accept Section 8 no more? No. Yeah, there you go, Marcus. Yep, there you go. I mean, but I'm not I'm not offended by it. And if anybody with a right mind, y'all really shouldn't be offended by it neither. Because now what this is going, well, this is on its way moving out. What happened? Now you have to question the word independence. Because everything people do, it has a contingency plan. I tell people this all the time, but some people believe it, some people don't. Let's just be happy Section 8 don't belong to the government like that. It's up to the landlord for now. Because if it was the government, they really wouldn't care where you live. Prime example. Remember when they tore the projects down? Did they tell those people, we're going to tear the projects down, but we finna build a whole new complex for y'all to live in? No. So that's what happened. So those people, they tore down the projects, and not everybody from the project is bad. I would never say, I would never say that. But they tore down the projects because when you had violence, I mean, violence was everywhere, but we pretty knew we can pinpoint where it was coming from, okay? State Street, Inglewood, Lowen, whatever, I'm just saying. But when they tore the projects down and they scattered everybody, look how bad the communities got. Because those people that lived in the projects, and then once they tore their homes down, they came in other people's communities demanding their rules got to go. We finna bring our own rules in. So that's where you get the unwanted parties, the music that play all night long from people's apartments. They bang it loud as hell. You can't tell them nothing. People hang out in the hallways. You be scared to leave your house. You have 5, 6 dudes in the hallway smoking weed. That's where all this stuff comes from. So now you have to work. Nobody wants to go to work. Let's just be honest. People, I would prefer, or anybody would prefer to just sit down and collect the check, but it don't work like that. You have to work. That's just the law of the land. Everybody got to work to succeed and make it in life. But now it questions independence. It questions that. I mean, you might not see it right now, but it questions that word independence because everybody was like, hey, I don't need this. I don't need a man. I'm independent. Now they cut Section 8 out. Now pretty much all those women that said that, now they have to work harder. So therefore, they're going to go back to the 2-parent home now. You're going to be I'm not going to say forced. You're going to want to have a husband now to raise your kids. Because if I was a woman or if I was a man, well, I am a man. That was a good one. If I was a woman and me and my and my husband's working together, and I get this thing from the government and say, well, this, that, blah, blah, than the other, I wouldn't need him anymore because they taking care of me. I can get money. I have to show up probably once or twice a month to fill out an application or do it over the phone, and I'll be okay. I ain't got to listen to this mouth. I ain't got to listen to his mouth. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do that. But now it's turning. It's simply turning. So everybody all the sisters that said that, now they have to bite the bullet because it was always meant for them to bite the bullet. Always. This isn't a stab at women, but you have most women that say things that I can do this by myself, but now you can't do it by yourself. And the most women that play rough and tough, they have government assistance. Now, suppose they took that, let's just say, what's that? The Section 8. Now, suppose if, like I always say, the president get on, make the union speech, State of the Nation, whatever you call it. It says of May 1st, there will be no more disability. There'll be no more link. No more link, no more public aid, no more nothing. You got to do it the hard way now. Do you know how many people will go back to the days of old because you can't make it on your own? Some people can, some people can't. I feel sorry for the sisters that got all these kids, these young sisters that's got all these kids and they never had nobody to show them and teach them the right way that, hey, okay, you had one kid, that's enough. But if you don't teach them, they're going to continue to go out and do it. So I blame the older black women, just like I blame the older black men for screwing up the society we live in. Not all of us, because some of us got good shoulders on our head. We point people in the right direction, but you're always going to have more bad than good. When you're living in a world of evil, you're going to have more evil than good. So it's a toss-up now. And I know it may sound funny, but if anybody know Pico, Pico always likes to look down the street, further down the road, because this is just the starting point. People, this is just the starting point. It's going to get a hell of a lot worse. People in certain areas of the world now, they took the Section 8 and they say, hey, homeless then skyrocketed. That means they don't care. They don't care. What they gonna care for? Them people don't know you from a can of paint. All they know is from your application. You might meet them, you might not, but they don't care, because guess what? They have a business to run, and these people are tearing up these people's property. The kids outside running in the grass, and now they done ran the grass down. There's nothing but a pile of dirt, and when it rains, you see mud everywhere. The house is tore up. The blinds is all out of order, and ain't nobody cutting the grass. You got beer bottles and everything all in your front line and your back line. And people and guess what? They got tired of it. They said, you know what? Forget it. Let's remove the Section 8. Because they already know if you got Section 8, there's a good chance you can't provide like that on your own. So they helped you out. Section 8 was never a thing to stand to. It was never a thing to hold all the time anyway. It was just something to get you on your feet. When you get on your feet, you say, hey, I don't need it no more. I don't need it. But woe to the people that say I don't need it, but need it, and the people that don't need it, need it. Because you have a lot of people on Section 8 that get vouchers that actually is trying to do good by their family. They want to put their families in nice homes, but it's the neighbors or it's somebody that moves in. And when you have a bunch of women on Section 8, I ain't gonna call them women, young ladies that have Section 8, and they get their own apartments, not throwing salt on all the young women, because you got, like I said, you got a lot of nice young ladies out there that want a future for their kids and themselves. But let's talk about the ones that when they get it, they want to throw parties in places that never had parties before. They want to, like I said earlier, play the music loud as hell and waking up the neighbors. You got traffic coming in and out the building now. They selling weed and drugs out the building. And then they want to tie up the apartment. The kids is running back and forth all day long. The kids are crying. They messing up the hallways. They smoking weed in the hallways, and you got trash everywhere, and they just make the building look bad. Landlords got tired of it, and we can't blame them. They had their chance. They had their chance, man. They got to go in. When you leave, then they get mad. They got to leave. What they do? They tie the place up. So the landlord does a video, and I'm quite sure a lot of us seen this. They do videos and they walk through the apartments, and stuff is just tore up. And guess what? That stuff got to come out their pocket. That money got to come out their pockets. Just like if something go wrong with your car and you ain't got nobody to help you, that money got to come out your pocket. So, me personally, I don't blame them. If I was a landlord, I would do the same thing. No more Section 8. So where we gonna live? Or we can sue. You can't sue them because that's their building. That's their right. If they want it in there, they do. If they don't, they don't. So you can go march and say we want justice for the people. No, they can still say no. And once they get to the Senate and the office, one like that, the only thing they gonna say is, well, you know what? These people vetoed you guys, man. They don't want y'all in here no more. Look at the suburbs. Come on, let's just be honest. Look at the suburbs. When I was coming up, when I was a kid, the suburbs looked like Beverly Hills. Those were the beautiful houses were. That's where all the wealthy people stayed. Look at half of the suburbs now. Harvey looked like Vietnam. Yeah, and it is very hard to rent because landlords and people that do that stuff, they don't trust nobody no more. They look at your application. You got kids? Yeah, I got 4 kids. And they like, you only 20 something? They finna tie my house up, man. But I'm gonna give them a chance. They give them a chance and they were right. Then you get the neighbors complaining. They tying the area up. Cars has been stealing. People homes have been broken into because that's the company you keep. Once you got that mindset, what happens? It tends to follow you. An evil mindset is like a virus. It follows you. And then you over here in a nice neighborhood, a nice apartment building, but you can see the change in that building. Oh, there go. Look, guess what? I've been living over here for 20 some years, for 15 years. We ain't have not one busted light. Now you got the busted light. Cameras out there. They snatch the cameras down. Here come the roaches. Roaches coming from their apartment to your apartment like they on vacation. And none of this never happened till they got there. And you can't sit there and tell them like, dude, you know what? Can you please cut the music down a little bit? They look at you like you speaking another language. Then they want to get mad at you. Then guess what? Here come the fight. They get mad at you. They'll wait for you to leave and they'll break in your house just because you asked them to cut the music down. You got to go to work in the morning. So they had their chance. Do I feel so? I feel sorry for none of them. The only people I feel sorry for is the people that was on Section 8 or that's on Section 8 and tried to make a better life for themselves. Now those, my heart go out to them. But guess what? I got a news flash, and it's not just the young people, it's the older ones too. It's the older ones too, but the older ones are supposed to teach the young ones. But if you got an old fool, how can you teach somebody wisdom and sense and you're a fool? And you're a fool. So that means you're going to spew out your poison to them and they'll grow up to be fools. That's why all these single parent homes, the kids grow up, these kids are ghetto as project steps. Yeah, Marcus, come on, man. Come on, man. Roaches, yeah, they on vacation. They went from upstate to lower state. You like, man, I got a roach in my house. You ain't had no roaches today, moved in. So it's whatever. Hold on a second.
Body from ankle high, you drop, flop and plop, dumb, faint and high. I sank shots in your soul, brother sanctified, immortalized in highlights, but it ain't the shine. It's a dark, the disilluminating part. When sudden you develop cavities within your heart, you're filling up the empty spaces with hatred, which I remove and replace.
Yeah, that's my brother. I'm sorry about that. He told me to let the dogs in, so I gotta let the dogs in. But they can stay up for a little bit longer. But as I was saying, yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's crazy. They just, my old man always told me, black people, ghetto black people can tie up concrete. I never believed it until I started seeing it. Like the grass don't want to grow no more. You know? It's just crazy. But on a more serious note, what can you do about it? It's only one thing you can do is work. Work. Get you a good job if you can. Get a husband, because that's the way it's supposed to be anyway. Husband and wife work together. They have a household. But all this I don't need a man crap and I'm independent. I always said nobody's really independent. Even an independent woman isn't independent because you're relying on somebody to do something for you. Independence is you sign your own checks. You make your own money. Okay? You do stuff without the help of anybody else. None of us can do that. So we're not independent because the government provides you with link. Section 8 kicks in, so that don't mean you're independent, because if you was independent and they offered it to you, that's with the brothers and the sisters, because brothers get Section 8 too, you would simply say, you know what, either you got two choices. One, I'll take it till I get on my feet, or no, I don't want it. But we think we reach the mountaintop because we get our own place, and you tie the place up. You tie the community up. Everywhere you go, it's mass destruction, man. So they got tired of it. You can't blame them. Because, like I said, if I was a landlord, I'll do the exact same thing. There's no prejudice when it comes to fixing stuff when the money got to come out of your pocket. What happened? You get the contractors in there, they're like, oh, wow. Yeah, we got to do this, that, blah, blah. They tore the sinks all up and the cabinets is off the doors and all that stuff, and about time the contractors go through, they're like, well, it's going to cost you like probably $15,000, $12,000. Damn, what? Yeah, and guess what? That's just one apartment. That's just one. So, let's just be honest, man. They had their chance. They gave all of us a chance. And I'm not discriminating because you got white people that do the same thing, but the percentage is bigger when it comes to tearing up stuff in the black community. We're scared of our own people. I was just talking about this with a friend earlier. We're scared of our own people. There was once a time when white people say, man, no, them black people, we don't want them people living with us. We grew up, we said, and guess what we say? We don't want them people living next to us because you already know it's trouble. You already know it's trouble. Here they come, walking down the street, their pants down with their shirt off in the Tinley Park area, the rich part of Tinley Park area, or the further out suburbs. You got a house and they had Section 8 and here they come. So now everybody gotta, have you ever noticed when you see a beautiful neighborhood and a lot of black people move in, that's why you see a lot of for sale signs going out with the white people, because they're not trying to be around it. They're not trying to be around it. It's not the fact that they say, well, you know what? This property is not as good as it used to be, or we want a bigger place. No, too many black people moving in, and they already know it's gonna be trouble. Especially the young sisters that got these kids and ain't raising their kids. Their kids is 15, 16, 14, 13. I'll move too. Pack my bag because I'm out of here. But that's the way society is now. And this is just phase one. This is just phase one, people. That's it. Oh boy. This is just phase one. It's going to get worse. Because before it get any better, it's got to get worse. And these are just landlords. Now, like I said, next will be the government. They start taking away the funding for stuff. They say, well, the economy, we got to save money. We got to take the link out. From now on, nobody gets link anymore. You have to work off your income. What we gonna do? Go to get some picket signs and go to Washington and bring back the link. These people already made up their minds when this stuff is going to stop anyway. We're just kids in King Arthur's court. Remember the movie? There was a movie, but think about it. It was never meant for us to be on top anyway. Yeah, they'll give you a one up. They will. Hey, here, give them this, give them that. But everything's on a time limit with white people because white people believe in numbers. And if you too slow to see that, well, then you just didn't understand none of what I would ever talked about. They do in numbers. They can put link on Earth, and they'll say, well, you know what? We got this SNAP program. It'll last. Let's say, okay, Bob, how long you say we'll put the SNAP program in the black community, or just pass a new law for 45 years. When that 45 years is up, either two things gonna happen. They're gonna reevaluate the situation, or they're gonna get rid of the situation. And there's nothing nobody can do about it because they deal in numbers. They always dealt with numbers. So it is what it is, man. Don't feel sorry for nobody that had a chance and didn't listen, and then they had multiple chances and they didn't listen because they thought Section 8 was forever. People think that public aid is forever. This stuff isn't forever, people. We're rats in the science lab, which is what you call a lab experiment. So please don't say what these people can't do, because they can. Anytime they want. Anytime. They can make you and they can break you. So don't put your faith in nothing man do. Put your faith in the Creator. I just feel sorry. Like I said, I feel sorry for the ones that got Section 8 vouchers, or Section 8, whatever you want to call it, and trying to make a better life for themselves. They got to suffer too because of the ignorance of our people. Because they can't go and pinpoint like, well, this person is doing good, that person is doing... No. So that's why certain areas you can't move in. Well, I got a Section 8 voucher. They be like, okay, what that supposed to do? Nope, can't move here. And then we want to get mad at them for not wanting you to be in a $300,000 home area. No, they're not going to have you in there because the property value is way too high. You want to come with just everything. So crazy little kids and you cursing all the time and out shaking your booty in public. Man, you scaring people. And it's bad. I thought it was bad when you scare white people, but when you scare your own people, it's better than we think it is, brothers and sisters. It's real bad. So, what's the solution? It's very easy. Go back to the way things were. Stop having all these babies and you're not married. Guys, stop having all these babies. Stop giving these women all these kids and you don't want to marry them. It's simple. It's real simple because times has changed when I was coming up and the new world is coming up now. Times has changed. Women don't want husbands. Husbands don't want wives. No, time's up for that because it's got to go back to the old ways anyway. It's got to. So yeah, most women did all that running. They did all that running. I'm this, I'm that. But now it's coming to a point where you're going to wish you had a husband now. Because bills is a monster. Social Security. Yeah, Marcus, man, look. All of this stuff, within time, it won't be no more none of this stuff. Social Security, disability, because there's always a plot like, hey, why give them this when we can sit back and make our pockets bigger? And then they give it to us and we get it for so long. And then we say, oh, they'll never stop this. Yeah, people didn't stop. People thought they weren't going to stop Section 8 either, but they did. So what's next? What's next? It's sad it's got to be like this, but it's got to be like this, people. It's so sad. But we can't blame landlords. Because this is 2023. A loaf of bread don't cost what it used to cost in 2020 or 1998. No. Stuff is high because you know why? They got families to feed just like you do. Some people don't get Link. This stuff got to come out their pockets. Mortgage got to come out their pockets. Taxes got to come out their pockets. Light bill got to come out their pockets. Car notes got to come out their pockets. And the people that had it easy, they screwed it over. Yeah, homeless is going to be so big. I told you earlier, they was doing surveys in certain parts of the world that don't have Section 8, and they say homelessness skyrocketed. It's not that people are petty. Oh, the landlord is petty. They're tired of doing this stuff, man. Y'all tearing up their buildings. Y'all tearing up homes that take Section 8, the rent-to-own. Y'all tearing them up. People are tearing up this stuff. And I'm talking about these young, fast girls that all they want to do is wear tight jeans and have 4-5 brothers over at the house. And they kids see this and they get into fights and they tear the whole house up and she's tearing the house up too. They got tired of it. So what do you do? There's nothing you can do but sit there and take it. If you can take everything else, you can take getting up every morning, going to a 9 to 5, putting your kids in daycare until you get out of work, go pick them up and redo the same thing the next day. Because that's what it's going to come down to. They trying to change the law on money. They trying to make the dollar irrelevant. Everything got to be on credit cards now. So guess what that means? Cash will be useless. They're trying to do that now. So you go to anywhere and I can do. I don't. You go on grocery shopping. The total is $200, whatever. We don't want cash. You better have some money in your car because that's the way it was supposed to be. Well, not supposed to be. That's the way they wanted it to be anyway. They've been trying to get rid of currency. This ain't nothing new. Because they know where to hit. They know how to hit people where it hurts. They always knew where to hit where it hurts. So it was never really a buddy system, guys. It was never a buddy system. The rich don't hang with the poor. The poor can't hang with the rich because rich people don't look at poor people like we do. They look at them as, hey, they're scum. Poor people look at rich people and say, hey, they're scum. They got all this money. They don't want to help us. Rich people look at poor people like they ain't got no money. They need to get their butts up and get a job. So it's pretty much a no-win situation. But history have a way of repeating itself. Just imagine that. It's just a regular night. You know, you're probably home watching TV or playing video games or getting ready to face the next day. Or some of us probably have to go to work tonight. You get up tomorrow and it's all on Facebook, all on the news, and it's coming through your phones and stuff. They stopped, as of today, they stopped all the link. No more link, no more. Then guess what happened? Crime's going to rise again. Because people get too comfortable with governmental funding. You get too comfortable. Common sense should be, hey, if they stop all this stuff, I got to go to work. But people want to sit down and take it easy. What y'all doing this for? Y'all, man, y'all bogus. The government, they got all that money. Yeah, that's the government's money. It's not your money. So either we going to wake up, do right, bring God back into the household, get you a husband, get you a wife, work together, raise these kids right, or you're going to catch hell for the rest of your life. That's just how the cookie crumbles, man. That's just how it goes. Because it's easy and fun to say you don't need somebody until you need them. The world we live in today, most of it, not all of it, is not based off one income anymore. Now it's to the fact that if you get married, your wife, she has to work if you want that comfortable life, unless you're marrying a millionaire or a billionaire or a guy that bring in big bucks every year. You need a 2-home income. That's how it's going to be. And this is only 2023. By 2028, stuff is going to be so high, you're going to need 4, 5 husbands, about 5, 6 wives. That's just how it is now, man. That's just how it is. My dad used to tell us stuff way before this happened. And guess what? He's gone. But I see everything he said is coming true. I never thought I would live to see days like this. People gonna be breaking in people's homes because there's a difference when you got money and the store is closed and you can't get nothing to eat till the next day. Then when you ain't got no money to get anything and your stomach is talking to you, you will off somebody for some food, unalive them for some food. But it's got to get like this because that's the way they want it. Like I said, the rich get richer and the poor is going to always get poorer. They don't help each other. Does this go for all rich people? No. Does it go for all poor people? No. But like I said, if you're living in an evil world, evil is going to conquer the good. So what do you do in a situation like this? It's time for black people to get together like our parents did. Work this thing out. Hey, look. We need to do something. We need to do something. We got to raise these kids right. Either we going to be in this together or our kids going to be lost in the world, lost to the storm, lost in the system. And how many of our kids are lost in the system? How many? Half of the black community, their kids, they're lost to the system. Because mothers want to be best friends. Fathers don't want to be there to raise their kids, to show them the way. I don't care what nobody say. You need a mother and father to raise a child. Enough with this single parent crap. Enough with the women saying, I don't need a man to raise my kid. God intended to be like this because that man can teach the kids something you can't. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but you get sick and tired of this, I'm Miss Independent crap, and your kids out there unaliving people because he don't have no guidance of a father. Women, you can't be mom and dad. That's impossible. It's impossible. Well, I'm the mama and I'm the daddy. Then Mother's Day come up. Happy Mother's Day. Father's Day come up. They talk to the mama. Happy Father's Day. No, guess what? That's what you call disrespect. You tell your kids. No, Dad don't live with us, but he takes care of you. Even if he don't take care of you the way you want him to, that's still your father. So no, I don't want nothing for Father's Day because I'm not a man. Give it to him. Give it to him, because that's how kids grow up to hate their dads. And a lot of kids hate their dads because two ways about that. One, the father's just not in their life. And two, the mother is the cause of the father not being in their life. Mothers are the most experienced teachers when it comes to raising kids because they're there with the children. You can't teach your kid how to hate somebody that you grew to hate because he don't want to be with you no more. No. So guess what? Women, y'all got a lot to answer for, just like men do. Ain't no more slaps on the wrist. Y'all bogus just like the guys are. I try to make it as equal as I can, but yet I still see more women doing stupid stuff. That's just how it goes over here in my world. Y'all do crazy things, and then when somebody try to point the finger and say, hey, sweetie, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to go about that way. The first two words y'all love to say is what? I'm grown. Yep, you grown. You go out there, you get knocked up again. Then you get knocked up again. No bells rung in your head that, you know what? This guy was telling me the truth. I shouldn't have did that. Now, guess what you got to do? Try to go get you some Section 8. You see how everything works together? It's common sense. It's common sense. Stop having all these babies. It's okay to be quiet sometime and listen. Women, black, beautiful, wannabe queens. Queens take advice. Queens listen. How you gonna be a queen and take advice and you ain't even listening to nobody? That's a fool. It's a fool. And they're gonna get it the worst. I just wish it could be better. But they sit up here, they had all these kids, man. They had all these kids by all these different dudes. Now they got to run and get Section 8, and they finna snatch Section 8 away. The gang worth of the flesh he was printed on. You know this dude was a no good dude. You know he was. You know he was a Pookie and a Ray Ray. You seen him every day out there with 4, 5 different women at the same time. But guess what you said? I can change him. Yeah, you changed him all right. You changed him from being just a Pookie and Ray Ray to your baby daddy. That's what you did. You seen it before it coming. You already knew what he was. You already know. He already got 4 kids by them 4 girls right there. He's a bum. He's a scumbag. He's scum rash. He's a nobody. But something in your head say, but he fine as hell. I give him some, and you give him some, and you get pregnant. And when you find out you're pregnant, you say, well, I'm pregnant. What we gonna do? And he turn around and say, hey, I wasn't in this for the kids anyway. That's on you. That's on you. 100% infatuated on you. So if you meet a guy and he's a no good dude, and you know he told you, I don't want no kids. Look, I'm telling you now, you get pregnant, I'm leaving. If for some strange reason you thought he said, if you get pregnant, I'm staying. You get knocked up and he's gone, that's your fault. That's your fault. So it is what it is, man. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm not here to play the blame game, but we need to wake up. It's the blind leading the blind. You got women that don't give a damn about men and don't listen. You got men that don't give a damn about women and don't try to do the right thing. If you have a baby by a woman and she don't deal with you like that, you can't get mad at her and take it out on the kid. Well, I ain't supporting this kid because you don't want to give me no sex. That's the stupidest thing in the world. You should have thought about that just like she should have thought about that. So you got 2 idiots that brought a child into the world that may grow up to be just like the ones in the street. Because everybody wants to be grown now. We can't tell nobody nothing. We can't. Nobody wants to listen to anybody anymore. Men don't want to play their role. Women don't want to play their role. You can't say, well, I'm not going to submit to a guy till he show me who the hell you think you is, man. Ain't nobody that tough. Or you got to show me. that you can be the man I want you to be. I'ma still sleep with you. I'ma still buy you things. And yes, you can live with me, but you gotta show me why I need to submit to you. He just did. Real easy. So a lot of errors in relationship, we bring it on ourselves. We bring it on ourselves. And then blame him because by us being men, guess what? We always got to take the fall. There's nothing wrong with a man taking the fall if he's right about it. But women, stop blaming these men on stuff that y'all did. Stop it. Pico don't sugarcoat nothing. Guess what? If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't take her side just like I don't take his side. If you're a drama queen, I'm going to call you one. If you're a no good dude, I'm going to call you one. I don't play sides and I don't play favors. I ain't one of them guys that say like, well, you know, women are emotional. So what? You're a grown woman. All of us are not in the child stage anymore. We are grown. You'd have to learn how to control your situations. Women, stop falling in love with all these men that you know that's crap. Because once you wear your heart on your shoulder and your sleeve, anybody will take it. Oh, I love him. I love him. I love him. How many times you can fall in love before you leave this boy? How many times? Same thing with the guys. Stop telling these women what they want to hear just to sleep with them. If they don't want you, they don't want you. Simple. There's a billion more out there. You shouldn't want to lie anyway. Oh, I'll take care of you. Knowing that you're not, because technically you're not supposed to take care of anybody that you're not married to. To the ladies, that man ain't got to pay all your bills. To the man, don't feel bad if you don't have to pay her bills. That's your money, bro. Just like with a woman, don't feel bad if he wants you to pay his bills and you say no. He can get mad all he want. Be proud of what you are. Bro, I don't owe you nothing, just like you don't owe me nothing. Now, when we get together, we get married, then I owe you everything. Are you gonna pay this? No, man, you bogus. For what? Girl, I had this man and he ain't pay nothing. I had to dump him because he a broke nigga. He's a broke nigga because he didn't want to pay your bills. That's stupid. But nobody sits down to teach nobody the right and wrong of a man and a woman, the things you're supposed to do in a relationship and the things you're not supposed to do in a relationship, because people base relationships off one word: sex. He can treat you like dirt. He can spit in your face. He can push you down the stairs. Long as he's laying that pipe down right, you're okay with it. Think, man. We have women. Y'all need to start. Y'all need to wake up and think. That's not love. And I've had this show before. Why would you stay in an abusive relationship? And you know this guy's going upside your head, 40 going north every day. Most of the days, twice on Sunday. But he lay you down, he has sex with you, and guess what? All is forgiven. I'm with him because I thought he would change. You can't change anybody. I don't have the power to change nobody. You got to change for yourself. Enough with it. Oh, he beat her up, but he ain't going to beat me up. He going to go upside your head too. He is. And we know these guys. You know these guys. He didn't beat up women you talk to. Yeah, he beat me up. He did this. He did that. He put me in the hospital. But we're blinded by the light. He ain't going to do it to me. No, I'm going to change him. And then when he go upside your head, you brought it on yourself. So I don't believe in false advertising. I never did. I never will. I believe that people can get themselves out of situations if they want to. You stay. You earn that butt whooping. Simple as that. To the ladies, guys, if you stay and you ain't tired of getting your tires slashed or getting your car scraped on and stuff like that, stay over there. You know what she's capable of doing. You did it to yourself. Nobody wants peace in relationships anymore. Nobody. Nobody wants peace. People just want to fight just to be in a relationship. I gotta go upside your head. I say something you don't want me to say. Even if you caught me cheating, you do not ball your fists up and hit me. You can say what you want to say. You can have an argument. You can call me a no good, this, that, get out of my house. Or if I'm on the phone, I want to talk to you no more. fine. But you don't, or you cheated and you coming over here to start stuff and tap my house. What do you think I'm going to do? I got to protect myself. So guess what? You're not going to knock me out, but I'm going to knock you out. Simple. We get in these abusive relationships, and when things go wrong, we get mad at the person that beat you up. No, you get mad at yourself for staying. God gave us all common sense. That's why nobody can get away with anything, because he gave us all common sense. If your mom is in the house cooking, or if you're in the house cooking, and you got the eye on, you know the little iron thing that's around the stove, and you just sitting there cooking greens. I'll just say greens because you got to cook greens for a long time. You sitting there cooking greens, and the greens are ready, and you get the gloves or the dish towel and move the pot over. You gonna take the gloves off and throw the dish towel down and pick up that iron thing on the stove? Why? Because you already know this thing is hot as all outdoors, and it might burn straight to my bone. If you got common sense for that, why you ain't got common sense if a man hit you to leave? Because it's not going to stop. The more you keep the stove on, the longer that thing is going to get hot. The more you stay with him, the worse the abuse is going to get. It's called common sense, black ladies. It's called common sense. So no, you ain't got to take nothing you don't want to. Even if a guy, now I can understand, like I said before, you guys are joking, y'all wrestling, and he may hit you by mistake. Baby, I'm so sorry, but I'm talking about arguments. What you say, I'll knock you out. And he pulled his fist back and he hit you, and you knocked out for about a few minutes, and you wake up and he say, oh, baby, I'm sorry. Don't take that dude back, because he's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. So, ladies, y'all got to stop being so gullible. Cheating isn't the only thing that hurts. It's not. And some people say, well, no, in my eyes, physical is going to always hurt more than emotional. That's just me. I don't want to get punched by nobody, because there's a chance she can hit me in the eye and I lose my sight. She can hit me, or I'm running from her, she push me down the stairs, I can fall and break my arm. And at the age I'm in, that arm ain't gonna be 100% anymore. So we put ourselves in these own situations, man. And it's just not for the women. You got hard-headed brothers out here too. There are hard-headed brothers out here too. Brothers that don't want to take advice from strong black men. Oh man, that's old school. I was looking at somebody's podcast, and they was talking about the Bible, and this guy was like, man, well, the Bible, no, there was a woman said that the Bible need to change its ways. This is 2023. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? That's stupid as all outdoors. And guess what? She had a whole bunch of people saying, yeah, the Bible need to change. You think God's going to change his ways just because you think what you're doing is right? That's a foolish person. Women aren't the only fools. Men are fools too. Men didn't had the food torch for so long, because some men we lead. Well, I'm not going to say lead on, because I don't believe in leading people on. I believe when you get to a certain age, you know when somebody's leading you on, you leave. Let's just say manipulate. It happens. It is up to you to make the change to want to walk away from a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship, a relationship that's just bad. So it's up to us, brothers and sisters. How long can we suffer the same faith? How long? It don't make sense. It don't add up. People think that black love is abuse.
So what are you going to do now?
If he ain't hitting me, he don't love me. Or if she don't give me drama, she don't love me. Where do you think they get these mind frames from, this mindset? Somebody had to teach it to them. Maybe they saw in the house growing up. Maybe they seen mama was a thought. Maybe they seen daddy was a pimp. And they grew up with this intention that I want to be like mama and daddy. But these are the conflicts you get when you party with your kids. These are the conflicts. So when they do it, and then they cuss you out, don't cuss them back out. Go in your room, close the door. Like I said, get you a stool, whatever you sit on, look in the mirror and say, where did I go wrong? What did I go wrong? Because a lot of us are raising our kids. We don't know what the hell we doing. I see a lot of bozos out there with I see them on the bus when I go downtown on the bus. The mamas on the phone just cursing away. Man, F this and this mother such and such. And little bitty kids just sitting there looking at their mama. Guess what? It's going right into their head. So when they grow up and they ain't got nobody to teach them, they going to use the same language their mama do. The same language. And then when you hear it, what you just say? You did it. Duh, you did it. So don't get mad at them. Get mad at yourself. You're not supposed to let your kids see what you do. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you a woman that got a multitude of men and you sleep with all of them, don't bring them dudes to the house. That's what you want to do, do it. If you're a man and you got a whole bunch of women too, the same thing. You want to sleep with all of them, don't bring them home and your kids live with you. Respect goes both ways. That's why these kids are so advanced, because they see their mamas and daddies do all kind of stuff. Every day it's a different man. Every day it's a different woman. And then when these kids grow up, guess what they do? These are the kids that grow up but didn't have no guidance. They go get apartments and they want Section 8. And these are the kids that tear up people's stuff because their parents did it. They don't have guidance. They don't have direction. They don't have focus in their life. So therefore, their kids suffer the same fate. When it comes to things like this, that's why they say the generational curse. It gotta start from somewhere. If I'm a no good dude and I'm out here having babies left and right, and I grow up and I got a head on my shoulders, I should tell all those kids I had, I should tell them, guess what? It's not easy. Don't grow up to be like Pico. I said this before. Don't grow up to be like your daddy. Be better than me. Have kids when you get married. That's how it's supposed to be. Same thing with the black women, because black women don't take accountability for jack crap. I'm just sorry that's how it goes, because if y'all take accountability for half of the things, a lot of y'all wouldn't have pregnant teenage kids, man. Y'all wouldn't. Because you never told them, don't go out there and do what mama did. Mama had you at a young age. Don't do that. What do they say? Well, I had my baby when I was 16. It was hard. This is the excuse. Well, it was hard, but I did it. And the kids, all they're saying is, mama did it, I can do it too. Instead of you sitting them down like, well, baby, look, I had you at a young age, 16, 18, 20, I don't care. I had you at 30, it don't matter. I wasn't supposed to, well, I'm not going to say that. I shouldn't have had you like I did. Well, why you say that, mama? Because, baby, mama wasn't married. Well, guess what? Daddy wasn't married. You wait till you have a wife, you can have all the kids you want. But we praise this stuff. That's where gender reveals are so big and baby showers are so big. You praising your child for you praising your child for bringing the kid into the world, and she don't have a husband. She got a baby daddy, and everybody got shirts on. And when they have the kid, they break up and he with another girl. And you left alone to raise the kid, so now you got feelings toward him. So there you go. It is what it is. I can't change the way the world is. All I can do is offer advice. And if you feel that way, that you don't want to take constructive criticism from somebody like me, I'm not here to say stuff with a smooth tongue. That was never me. I tell my sisters, my black sisters and my black brothers, I say this stuff for a reason. And I wish it was more people on here so they can hear me say this. I love my people. I want everybody to succeed and be happy and be married and get close with God and do it the right way. I know I screwed up in life. I know I did. But guess what? I live to tell the story, and my testimony is to tell my kids there's a better way, and to tell people on these podcasts there's a better way. Sisters, you ain't got to shake your butts and wear half-naked clothes and your booty sticking out to get a man. You're not going to get a man. You're going to get a guy that's going to treat you like dirt. Brothers, you ain't got to be out here beating on these women and thinking you cock of the walk and killing each other. It'll never work like that. We are better than what we give ourselves credit for. I'm just one person. Mark is just one person. My cousin on here, Lawrence, he's just one person. Overstreet, Parker, they're just one person. We need more than this to be on these shows. And listen, this stuff should be worldwide. Because I'm not going to tell you what you want. I'm going to tell you what you need. I don't care if it hurts your feelings or not. It's supposed to hurt. If it hurts your feelings, that means I'm getting through to you. Enough of this, the blame game. Well, you always talking about this and you're always talking about that. Because I see the problems in the world. Y'all see the problems in the world too. But nobody says nothing because it's not your business. I'm tired of my sisters getting looked at and be calling whores by all other races because that's the image that we paint for other races. I'm tired of it. So it's just time to get it together, man. We have to work together as a black unit, as a black family. We have to. Because if they snatched everything away from us today, long as we have each other and God will find a way to get through. This is your boy Pico City. I want to thank everybody for listening today. If it was one or two, my job is done. Like I always say, if you ain't did it, tell a friend. And if also, you can go to my YouTube channel, punch up Pico City Brown, 101 Talk PTSD, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Follow me on TikTok at Pico City, hit the follow button. Also follow me on Instagram at Pico38. Intimate Room, not my other podcast, the other podcast that I'm on is coming back in 2 weeks, probably less than that, with a whole bunch of new contents. We're going to be doing skits. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't followed us on Facebook, the Intimate Room, feel free to punch in the Intimate Room and hit the follow button. You got new content coming. It's coming, people. So there's more new contents coming to this. I'm going to start having live guests, not on the phone. It's going to be one-on-one guests so we can have debates. I got a lot of stuff working, so y'all just got to bear with me. I want to thank you guys for bearing with me from day one, for listening to my podcast, for supporting the podcast. You guys don't have to send not one star. Watching it is supporting me. But if you want to feel generous, I do take stars and link. I'm just playing about the link, but I might take it though. If you want to send stars, I appreciate it. If not, no love lost. I'm going to appreciate you anyway. It's your boy Pico the City Brown. I'm out of here saying take care of yourself, each other. And if anybody was to listen to this show afterwards, don't take it the hard way. Listen to the whole podcast before you judge. I wish no ill will on anybody, especially my black sisters. I want to see y'all prosper. I want to see y'all make it in this world. I want to see people get married and live a long, beautiful life. I want to see this. I'm tired of seeing single mothers. I'm tired of seeing single fathers. If they can do it, we can do it. Food for thought. I'm out of here, man. Take care of yourself, each other. Keep God first. Pray a lot, because you already know we need him more today than we needed him yesterday. I'm out of here saying I'll see you guys tomorrow with a fresh new topic. You already know how it go for the people that's on here new. If you got something for me to talk about and you want to be anonymous, throw it in my inbox. I'll put the question out. I'll put the topic out, but I won't say your name online. I won't say who sent it. If you don't want to be anonymous, put it on my page. Or if you put it on my page, everybody's going to know who you are. So that's how it works. But until tomorrow, see you guys later. I love you guys. And hey, keep the faith. Like I said, keep God first and pray more. This is Pico City, signing off from 101 Talk, saying take care of yourself and each other. I am out of here.